YouTube video roll. So I'm going to do some Qigong, just some simple Qigong, just to chill out. Got a cat home with me, so it might get a bit annoying. So Qigong, I'm going to just start off doing a twist. So you want your feet probably about shoulder width. We're going to have the toes pointing straight forwards. We're going to bend the knees slightly. With the tailbone, just make sure you're not sticking your bum back. Going to just draw it down slightly, let the chest open, the shoulders relax. And we do some nice deep breathing. And then we're just going to let the arms swing. So we're going to start off tapping around the sides of the hips. This is a really nice one, just nice and relaxing. You can do it anytime, kind of anywhere. So you can let the head swing round if you want. We can have a sort of bend in the knee if you want to do that as well. So like one knee bends as you go around to the side. Just keep doing some nice deep breathing. Shoulders relaxed. So we're going to start to tap around the waist now. So tapping around the waist, we're stimulating the belt meridian in Qigong. So the belt meridian is an energy line that runs horizontally around the waist. We're also, the back hand's going to like tap, the back of the hand's going to come onto the lower back, which is going to stimulate the Ming Men points on the lower back, so they connect to our life force, our chi, and also to the kidneys. So yeah, they say sort of really good to have good kidney energy. If kidney energy is depleted, then you'll probably feel tired, withdrawn, maybe anxious as well. So it's good for stimulating the kidney chi. So around the waist. And then we're going to keep the back hand. The back hand's going to keep tapping the Ming Men point. The front hand's going to come a little bit higher. So we're going to just tap the front hand in the lower rib cage to the side. So we're coming round. So you're pretty much breathing through your nose, as long as that feels okay, in and out through your nose. So tapping the lower rib cage with the front hand, the Ming Men point with the back hand, and we're stimulating the organs in the lower rib cage. And now we're going to stimulate the lung points at the top of the chest. So the back hand's still going to hit the Ming Men points. The front hand's going to come and hit the lung points, so just sort of in the corner of the chest below the collarbone. So lung points should be good for things like coughs and asthma, chest infections, so just stimulating those points there. And then we're going to, again, we're keeping the back hand still going to tap the Ming Men points. This time the front hand's going to come over and onto the top of the shoulder. We're just going to stimulate the points at the top of the shoulder blade here. So really nice for releasing tension from the shoulders. So I'm building up quite a bit of heat already. I feel quite warm. So Qigong's really good for building up heat, and quite often if you get a rush of heat or if you suddenly go cold, it's possibly that chi being moved about. It's going to come back down. We'll do the lung points again. And we'll do the lower rib cage. So the front hand, you pretty much tap in with the heel of your hand. Going to come back around the Ming Men points, doing the belt meridian, and we're just going to really slow the twist down. Sort of slow it down. And bring your stance so that it's about hip width or just slightly wider. Feet facing forwards, knees slightly bent, tailbone tucked under. Going to clear some chi, so arms out to the sides. We're going to inhale, so palms turn down. Roughly as you get to your shoulders, you're going to turn your palms up. So this is all on an inhale. And then as you get to the top, we're going to turn the palms to face down, and the hands are going to draw down past the front of the body. So this is all just on one inhale, as long as that, exhale, as long as that feels comfy. So the inhale, the hands are coming up. And then the exhale, the palms turn down. This is called pulling down the heavens. So we're gathering in universal chi, we're gathering in earth energy and sky energy as we bring the hands up. And then as we bring the hands down, we're bringing the energy down, coming down through the body. So starting off at the crown all the way down. So you can visualise it coming down through the body. And underneath your hands, you're pushing out any chi that you don't want, so stagnant chi, you're pushing it out. We normally do 3. Then we just centre, so we're coming to Wuji. So the hands come over the lower belly, just below the belly button. So we've got a spot called the lower dantian. Ladies, you can bring left hand on top of right. Men, it's normally right hand on top of left. So just make sure that your feet are firmly planted into the ground. Legs feel strong and steady. Your mind, your focus wants to come to the lower dantian, so it's just below the belly button and back in to the centre of the body. So it's in between the front of the body and the spine. It's right in the middle. So just bringing your mind, your focus here. Also in Qigong, we tend to do really nice relaxed breathing. So nice deep breathing if that feels comfy. So they say our life force, our chi, our energy is sort of kept here in the lower dantian. So they say it's our reservoir for our chi. So it's good to focus on that point. My cat's going mental. So when you feel like you've centered yourself by focusing here, going to do the next exercise. So you want to stick your feet so they're about shoulder width. Again, the knees are slightly bent, so very good, very strong for the legs and the thighs. Tailbone tucked under. We're going to do support in the sky with both hands. So the hands are going to come up with the palms facing up towards the chest. Then you're going to turn your palms round and they're going to go up. So you sort of turn them forwards and then point them up. As you get to the crown of your head, you're going to exhale. So as you exhale, feel as though you're pushing up the sky. Inhale, the arms are going to float out to their sides. And then exhale, the hands are going to float down. So we're going to inhale, the hands are coming up. So about the chest, then the hands turn. They're going forwards and then they're twisted upwards. And then that's still on the inhale, and then crown of your head, exhale, we push up the hands and we kind of like ground down through the feet, so we sink through the feet. Inhale, arms out to the sides, and exhale. So we're going to inhale. Keep the shoulders down as the hands go up. Inhale, let the joints stay nice and fluid. Exhale as the hands come down. So normally the gaze is down, slightly down at an angle, so the eyes can stay relaxed. This has a relaxing effect on the mind. Or quite often I like to close my eyes, so when you get into it, you might feel like you want to close your eyes. So we're inhaling, the hands come up, crown of the head, we exhale. Sometimes people like to look up on the exhale as well. Sometimes I feel like doing that, we look up, exhale, inhale, exhale, the hands float down. So I'm going to step the feet back just a little bit closer, about hip width. We're going to pull down the heavens again, arms slightly out away from the body. Joints are nice and open. So we're going to inhale. Turn the palms up, gathering the chi, exhale, so drawing it down, so visualise it coming down through the body, push out any chi that you don't want, so you can send that back into the earth. So we do 3 normally, so we're inhaling, joints are soft, gathering the chi, exhale, bring it down, back into the earth. And then just centre yourself, come into Wuji. So again, women, right hand first, left hand on top, men all the way. Or you can have your arms slightly out, away from the body. As long as you're bringing your mind to your lower dantian. So they say where the mind goes, energy flows. So send your mind to it, you send your chi to it, and we're just sending the mind there, building up the chi here. So this is like our reservoir, it's our where we get our life force from basically. So you want to keep recharging it like a battery. Having the hands in front, they say some people like to bring the hands straight onto the body, or you can keep them away, but they say that's kind of like you're sending your chi into it. So we've got energy centers in the palms, Lao Gong points, and they're kind of like directing the chi into the lower dantian. So this is a really good one. We're going to do one called drawing the bow. So the feet are going to come into a fairly wide stance now, so an open horse stance. So the feet are fairly wide, and we're going to turn the toes out slightly at an angle. Hopefully you can see my feet just pointing out sort of like a 45-degree angle. We're going to start with the arms across the chest. And we're going to inhale. So we're going to exhale. We bend the knees. So the body, you want to make sure that your body's not coming forwards. You want to keep your body upright. So I know in some exercises the body comes forwards when we bend down, but in Qigong the body stays upright. So imagine maybe a wall behind you. It's very strong on the thighs. So we're going to we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. We're coming down. So the knees want to be tracking towards the toes. so that the knees aren't sort of wobbling inwards. So they're heading towards the toes, but they're not going over the toes. So that's on the exhale. Sorry, yeah, inhale, exhale. So inhale, so we're going to take one hand out to the side. The other hand, we're going to pretend we're sort of like drawing a bow. It's going to be nice and relaxed, so we're just gently curling the fingers. Draw them back to these lung points here, below the collarbones. Elbow nice and relaxed. Front hand, we can have the finger, sort of index finger pointing up, and the gaze is going to go towards that finger. So feel a nice opening across the chest, working the upper back. And we're going to come back up. So we're going to push through the feet, inhale. So we're going to go to the other side. So whichever side you go into, so I'm going to go this way, I'm going to bring this arm to the front this time. So we're inhaling, exhaling. So my front arm is at the front, I'm taking it out. So straight arm, we're going to have index finger pointing up, gaze towards the index finger, back hand gently curling, stance nice and steady, open the chest, push through the feet, inhale. So this time front arms coming across the front, so you're swapping the arm each time, exhale. Looking out to the straight arm. Push through the feet, inhale. And inhaling. So everyone's a little bit different with breathing, and everyone will be a bit different with the pace really, so just kind of tune into what feels best. But you're thinking on the exhale, you're pushing through the feet, rising on the inhale. Inhale. So generally we do about 4 on each side. Inhale back to the middle. So we normally start on the left side and finish on the right. So you might want to do the opposite to what you've just done. You might have just started on the right then. So we're going to just clear. So we're going to do feet about hip width, arms out. Inhale, palms down, turn the palms up. Gathering the chi. Exhale, draw the chi down. So all on the exhale, push out any chi that you don't want. Send it back to the earth. Inhale, earth energy, sky energy. Exhale, draw it down. One more, inhale. And exhale. So when you've done 3, centre yourself. So you can bring the hands in front, or if you want, just hands by your sides. But bring your mind to here, so down into the belly. Recharge your battery. So try and stay focused there for a minute. The really good thing about Qigong is focusing the mind. Amazing for calming and focusing your mind. And just going to do an exercise to gather in the chi. So any chi that we've worked with, I've only done a couple of exercises really, but any chi that we've generated in that, possibly might still be sort of moving about. And if you work with Qi and Qigong and you are moving it about, but you don't gather it all in to the lower dantian, you can lose it. So when you've left the room, all it takes is someone to come up to you and ask you a question, and they can like take some of your Qi. So we're just going to do quite a really good exercise. It's called stirring the cauldron. It's a nice hip loosener as well. So yeah, feet about sort of hip, maybe shoulder width, hands on the hips, and you're going to start off doing really, really small circles with your tailbone, so right at the base of your spine, just really, really small circles. And then you're going to like spiral out, so the circles are going to start to get bigger. So as you're doing this, I want you to imagine your Qi, it's like your energy is swirling around in what they call the pelvic bowl. So they say we obviously hold a lot of Qi in this pelvic area. So you're going to imagine it swirling around. So you might be, I don't know, you might be visualising like a colour. I quite often visualise like a blue, a really nice light blue. Or it might be a white, a silver, a gold, or it might just be a feeling or a spiral or whatever. But you've sort of been aware that this Qi's circling around. So we're circling around. As it circles, as you're circling the hips around, we're like bringing all the Qi in to this area. So yeah, it's just really nice hip loosener anyway, because I think we all have tight hips. So Qi always moves in circles or spirals, so we can't, because we're focusing on the Qi moving around in a circle this way, we can't just suddenly stop and go the other way. So we've got to do a figure of 8 to go back the other way. This is where I always get confused. So right, so I'm going to figure of 8, so I'm going to go that way, and then I'm going to figure of 8 back that way, and now I'm going that way. Hopefully I've done that right. So again, you can start off big and just being aware of this Qi. You're bringing it all in, and it's all swirling around the pelvic bowl. And now we're going to really draw it in, so we're drawing it right into the point of the lower dantian. So we're going to make the circles smaller. Visualise it coming in. So smaller, and eventually just getting really small so you can hardly like see any movement. And then when you feel ready to stop, you're stopping. Physically you're stopping, but you might still feel the Qi like moving around. So just be aware of that. Then bring the hands over. So probably quite a good idea to bring the hands over or onto the belly, so you're like sealing it in. So generated all that Qi, gathered it all in, and now we're just going to seal it in to keep it safe in the lower dantian. So mind really focused, taking your mind down just below the belly button, deep into the centre of the body. And then if you feel like it's sealed in and you're safe and it's all there and you're not going to lose it, then whenever you're ready, you can just take your hands away, maybe just have a little shake. So yeah, just a few Qigong exercises to try out for you. Thank you, see you later.